Welcome to Norfolk Perspectives. I'm Bob Batcher, and yeah, Nauticus is transforming like crazy. If you haven't been there in the last 2 or 3 weeks, you got to get there. Stephen Kirkland, director of Nauticus. How you doing?
I'm great, Bob. How are you?
Pretty good, and I'm glad you brought Joy with you. Eyrolles, who's the assistant director, but she's the money gal, right?
She is. Joy's out there knocking on doors and getting the funding for all these cool ideas.
I was going to say, because you're really bringing some ideas alive. But before we get into that, I've got to tell you, I went there Sunday. And the reason we went there was because we had company from out of town, and they said, we want to go to Nauticus in Wisconsin. I said, okay, we'll take you over there. We've been there so many times. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. It's like a brand new place. We spent 3 hours on the ship. And no, I did not have the special tour. It was self-guided. I got lost half the time.
Good.
But then we got into Nauticus, and just really kind of subtle changes. Same place. But it really reinforced what I was hearing in the ship. Is that intentional?
Yeah, it is. You know, we want to continue to evolve and continue to reintroduce ourselves to our own community. It's not just about the folks who are coming this summer from all over the country, but we want something special for folks like yourself who have guests in town. We're continuing to open up new spaces on the battleship. That's always a big thing for us.
And it doesn't smell.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't smell.
We should explain that? Joy, would you like to explain that?
Well, I'll explain it. Last summer we did quite a few different construction projects on the battleship, and one of those was to put in an HVAC system that gave you air conditioning and took out some of the smells.
Yeah, Virginia Beach has the sound of freedom. We have the smell of freedom, right?
Exactly.
So that kind of transformation, that's not real glitzy, but it's noticeable. So without the glitz, how do you get people to say, come on board and join us and help pay for these kind of things?
Well, we begin transforming spaces, if you will, through a concept. Stephen's brain, for instance, has all these great ideas at different times.
Wow. And you pick one?
And we pick one or two, and we decide, let's run with them. And so after that, we go into a design phase, and of course, any design phase is also complemented by this fundraising strategy, because as many know, Nauticus is owned by the city, but what the city can give to us is not near the amount of money that we need in order to redo and redesign different spaces for Nauticus. And it shouldn't be. It should be a public-private partnership in all of that. So the development staff does its work. We develop a strategy. We design sponsorship packages. We identify individuals, corporations that can help us become partners in transforming that space. And then he takes it from there, he and the team, and brings it alive. Okay, now we're having Virginia Stage Company on to talk about Here We Go Again, the Christmas Carol, but it's again a different kind of twist. Yeah. Patrick's going to do his magic on it. But then I heard it's leaving the theater, and is this one of his bubbles that came out of Stephen's head?
That's so scary to think that. You know, this is a project that we love partnering with the stage company, but this is an immersive experience. We wanted to create a new tradition in downtown Norfolk. And so we are creating, as we speak, Dickens Christmas Town. We're transforming the first floor of the Half Moon into this incredible Victorian Christmas village, if you will. We'll have carolers and actors, but we'll have merchants and activities for kids. And just sort of one of those traditions we want to make sure that every family in the community is able to come. We've priced it accordingly, and it's going to be a lot of fun this year.
Now, normally, since this is television, we have pictures galore.
A little early yet.
So what's it look like right now?
I was just in there a couple hours ago. We're laying down the streets and the sidewalks, and soon the sets will come up and you'll start seeing the shapes of buildings and doorways into little storefronts, and soon that'll get painted, and we'll have the ye old Bob Batcher, we'll have all sorts of fun stuff in there.
So it'll be interactive. But you used the keyword immersion, because that's kind of what you get throughout all of the Nauticus experience.
That's the goal. That's the goal. We want it to do more than just provide exhibits. We want people to come, experience something, maybe take something home. We want them to learn. We want them to think. We want them to sort of get out of their box a little bit and have this sort of immersive, just like we're doing with Spy Ship on the ship, just like we've done with Haunted Ship. those kinds of things.
Now, and in a lot of these, I mean, they're ideas, they get you engaged, but they're not really that, no, I probably shouldn't say this in front of Joy, but some of them just have been using the creative process.
True.
Right?
No question. I mean, the Battleship is a perfect example that you couldn't ask for a better set. You know, so going into the Battleship is cool enough on its own. So as we sort of develop Spy Ship, we add lasers and we add some cool bells and whistles. But the truth is, the ship is why people come, and we get that.
Okay, and now you've been, some of the bubbles have come out, I love that, bubbles that come out of Steven's head have been speedboats.
Yes.
So is there going to be speedboats in the?
No speedboats.
There were no speedboats in Dickinson.
No speedboats.
Okay, how about the, I mean, we know that you fantasize yourself as 006 and a half.
004.
Yeah, 004. I was going to give you more credit than that. No 007. And
no 007.
So you're sticking within the theme of.
We're sticking within the theme, and it's a great partnership between us and the stage company. They're obviously very talented at what they do, and we're adding a little Nauticus to it as well. So.
That's cool. So you're having success?
We are having success. We are still seeking sponsorships, I will say that.
So if somebody wants to be a sponsor or
yes,
naming rights or something
absolutely,
like that, like the
please.
Ye Olde Pub of?
Exactly, exactly.
You need to hold up a number.
Do you have a number?
It is 664-1037. Ask for me, Joy Eyrolles.
Give Joy a call.
Yes.
I got to tell you, the experience Sunday was awesome. I can't
Great.
wait to come back, and I will become a member.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. When we come back, we're going to be talking about the heart of Ghent, and I think I'm going to commit there too, but find out what I'm going to commit to. Stay tuned.